Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Blake, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down two key elements that I see crippling online entrepreneurs, whether it be affiliate marketers, coaches, or course creators, from ever achieving the growth they want to achieve in their online business. So with that said, I'm going to cue the intro, and we're going to dive. This topic actually stemmed from a message that I received, I would say it was like last week. Someone reached out to me and said, Blake, how did you magically get to 10K a month? I see so many people out there hitting 10K months so quickly, and I'm here stuck where I'm at. Why am I not getting to 10K? And first and foremost, nobody magically gets to 10K. It's about having the foundational skills and having understanding on how to connect all those pieces together to make your business work for you, to make that happen. So everything else aside, nobody ever easily gets to 10K a month, or magically, I should say, gets 10K a month. It can be a lot easier if you have the right strategies in place, but nobody magically gets there. And unfortunately, especially in the affiliate marketing industry, for those of you getting started, you're exposed to ads, you're exposed to YouTube videos from gurus, and you're sold on the idea that all this is so easy and it can happen overnight. You can get to 10K a month overnight. You can get to 100K within your first year. Whatever it may be, you're sold on that idea. So when you enter into the business, when you enter into programs, and when you start working towards that goal itself, you expect things to happen quickly. And when they don't happen quickly, you get frustrated and you start to question what you're doing in the process itself. But I'm here to talk to you today about how you can actually make your business work in your favor. And it starts by one, stripping away that mindset, because that approach will not get you far if you think everything's going to happen super quickly and it's going to be handed to you. But being that I went from 0 to 6 figures last year in a 12 months time, there was plenty of time before that where I struggled on gaining clarity on the process, what direction I wanted to go, until finally I landed into affiliate marketing, gained clarity on what I needed to do, started making things happen, and got to 6 figures. But if I look back at the core reason that I was able to make that number happen in such a short and efficient amount of time, it was because, number one, I shifted focus towards monetization and I made that a priority. And number two, I learned how to effectively create and leverage momentum. And this is something that a lot of people are missing. They don't have this skill, and they have weeks where they feel really good and they have weeks where they feel really down. And those weeks that they feel really down kind of ripple effect and create multiple of those weeks reoccurring. And they're stuck with negative momentum, struggling to get their business off the ground and get it to 5K, 10K a month, or wherever they want to get to beyond that. So to talk on this topic a little bit further, I mentioned putting a focus towards monetization and being able to learn how to deploy and leverage momentum effectively. If I look at two approaches that I see plague people within the online business space, within the affiliate space, whatever space you guys are in, if it's around growing an online business, chances are one of these two mindsets you may have, and it could be plaguing your growth in your business itself. So I'm going to walk through examples of each and then talk to you about how you can break past this approach and start getting on the right track to building some real momentum and growing your business. So approach number one is kind of like the topic where I just said the person messaged me saying, how do you magically get to 10K? Usually, if you're feeling like that, now you're in the mode where you're operating out of scarcity. You've spent some time in the online business space. You've joined a couple different programs. You're frustrated because you may have joined a couple different programs and not gotten the results that you wanted. So now you're lacking belief within the programs itself. You're hesitant to join other programs because of that feeling. And you want so badly to make a sale and build momentum that you're doing anything that you can right now to make it happen. You're ramping up your cold outreach. You're spending more time in the DMs. You're asking anybody to get on calls with you. And when you do create any sales opportunities, you're repelling those people away from actually buying. Because you want so badly to make a sale that you're operating out of scarcity. and you're being pushy in the sales process. You're being pushy in your messenger conversations. You're being pushy on calls. The person on the other end of the phone sees it, they feel it, and they don't want any part of it. And every single no that you get in messenger and on calls takes another hit on your confidence, takes another hit on your self-belief, and you're feeling worse and worse and worse about the process, to the point where you may be getting to the point where you're considering quitting. Unfortunately, it gets to that point for many. But it doesn't have to be that way. But I want you to be aware of if you feel like you have this approach right now where you're just really hungry to make a sale and you feel like you're trying everything that you can do, but nothing seems to be working, chances are you're trying to make a sale too hard. If I look back at my journey, I know there was times where I had weeks that I wasn't making the sales I normally make. I had months where things were a little bit slower than they normally were. And yes, that can take a little bit of a hit on you. You may start to wonder, why is things slowing down a little bit? Or why am I not achieving more and more growth? Those times are bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Whether you're at 0, 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K, those moments are bound to happen. Biggest thing is knowing that they're bound to happen, being aware of it, but still operating out of the mindset of, I need to do what the inputs that I know are going to get me out of this position. I need to go out and create momentum and put myself in a position to actually succeed, and not operate out of the mindset of I need to make a sale. Because I know if I operate from the lens of, if I do these inputs, I will get this output, then the sale will naturally come. But if I instead operate from the point of view that I need to make a sale happen today, or I just got this call booked, I need to close this sale today, now you're leading yourself to disappointment, because you're entering in the mindset of expecting something in return. Every no you get leads to a larger confidence hit. Didn't mean to rhyme that there, but it just happened to rhyme. So that's one approach. The approach of very hungry to make sales, very frustrated for not making sales over the last period of time, operating out of scarcity, being pushy, being salesy, spending more time in Messenger, and getting even more frustrated and pissed off. And then you have the flip side, where you have a subset of people that maybe they haven't made many sales yet. They want to grow their business, but they're frustrated that they're not achieving the growth they want to achieve, but they're also okay with it because, you know what, they tell themselves that it's all about impact for me. It's all about providing value to my audience, and my time will come. First and foremost, for those people, I align with that a lot because I'm very impact driven, very authentic person, and I love giving value to people. But I also know that you can't use that as a crutch or something to fall back on to make yourself feel better about the lack of monetization within your business. And usually that's what it comes down to. Not putting any focus towards monetization and putting all the focus towards value, and in turn you're not making any sales because of it. So two completely opposite mindsets, but to me they all stem to one core root problem that needs to be resolved. It's going to make all those mindsets fade away. And that's number one, starting with getting clear on what your offer is. What is the problem that your offer solves? What is the promise that it provides to your target audience itself? And after you know exactly what that offer is, how can you make it actually compelling to where people want to be a part of it? And that comes from one, crafting a compelling offer, but two, after you craft that compelling offer, learning how to actually connect that offer to your content. And for most people, that's not happening whatsoever. They're not clear on their offer, so their content is all over the map. And it's either them not showing up in their content and being inconsistent, or them just focusing on value, wondering why things aren't moving. So it starts with getting clear on that offer and learning how to effectively connect your content to that offer to pull in the right types of people from your audience. If you can do that, you've accomplished the first step. You've now learned how to effectively generate targeted leads for that offer itself. But now it's time to take it a step further and take those people from being leads to effectively entering your sales process and becoming a sale in your business, so you can actually grow your business. Because at the end of the day, even though I definitely don't agree with the scarcity mindset, even though it happens to many of us at some points when we have slower times, you're in business to make money. Impact is very important. I prioritize that very highly. But at the end of the day, if you're not effectively growing your business and making money and there's no money coming into it, you really don't have a business. And I know 9 times out of 10, each and every one of you in here are pursuing your online journey and pursuing your online business to either create more freedom, to spend more time with your family, to have the flexibility to choose how to run your day and determine your schedule. It's going to be different for everyone. But everybody has a byproduct that they want to get to from growing this online business. And the only way to actually accomplish that amazing byproduct of having the luxury of a successful online business is actually making it successful and bringing in cash into the business itself. And I think a lot of times people neglect the monetization side of things. They're not putting enough attention on their offer. They're not putting enough attention on their content and connecting that content to their offer and to their audience. And they stay in the same spot, wondering why things aren't actually moving. So in summary, that's mainly the topic that I wanted to talk a little bit deeper on. Those two separate mindsets, yes, they're completely different, but they all stem back to the root of not being clear on monetization. Because if you're clear on your offer and you're clear on the content that connects to your offer, and you know how to move someone from a lead to a sale, you don't operate out of scarcity anymore because you know you have a system that works and you know how to operate it accordingly. And you're not operating out of the mode of, I just need to give value and hope that people see my value and come to me. Because now you know you have a monetization process in place that's going to effectively move those people to that next step itself. So on that topic, many of you may have saw yesterday I put out a post, sent out an email on the new VIP workshop that I'm hosting here in the next couple of weeks. For those of you that may have saw that yesterday or didn't see it, it's a 2-day workshop where I'm working with a very small, close-knit group, not a large group by any means, roughly 10 people. We're going to be diving deep for 2 days on these core elements, on monetization in particular. Number 1, starting with crafting a compelling offer. This time around a conversion asset that you're going to use to basically pull in a list of people that are qualified for your high-ticket offer. After we craft that compelling offer, I'm going to show you how to bring that offer to your market, to your audience, effectively and efficiently, to fill up the spots in that offer, to sell it out through the sales process that I'm going to be teaching you behind it. And the really nice thing about this whole process, I've tested this over the last 6 months in 3 different instances, and it's generated me over $50,000 in doing it. And it didn't involve any long messenger conversations. It didn't involve any long sales calls. And the really beautiful thing about it is, outside of not spending hours a day in Messenger and on calls, it fed me a list of qualified people that wanted to join me in my high ticket offer. They came to me and asked without me having to try to push them to take action or to get them to show interest. They came to me, they showed interest, they wanted to join my high ticket offer without any of the complicated or the annoying stuff in the process behind it, aka time in Messenger and calls itself. And above all that, this strategy creates massive momentum in your business. And looking back at my journey early on, in order to go from 0 to 6 figures, there's only one core way to do it. And that's knowing how to create and leverage momentum. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do. Because you're going to have times where you have a down week or a down month. But if you know how to effectively get out of that slump and go out and create momentum for yourself and for your business to propel you out of that and take things to the next level, you're always going to be able to create new levels of growth. And above anything else, outside of the momentum, these principles that I'm teaching in this workshop can be applied towards basically anything that you do in your business long term. Not just creating an offer around this conversion asset that I'm teaching you, but creating a compelling high ticket offer, whether it's around an affiliate program or a coaching offer. Whatever it may be, you can apply these principles, use them, and it's going to make your offer 10 times more compelling. You're going to be able to apply the stealth launch strategy that I teach you to bring that offer to market effectively, to actually connect your content from your offer to your audience and get the right types of people interested in this thing itself. And above anything else, the sales process that I'm teaching you, I'm showing you how to effectively step out of the organic grind. This is something that I've been testing, like I said, for 6 months now to make sure that it worked effectively and efficiently. And I've tested it with a few students as well, working with me one-to-one, and the results have been awesome. And that's why I wanted to wait and bring it to you guys after that, once I knew that this was a very powerful thing to deploy. Because I don't know about you, but after building my business to 6 figures last year, if there was one thing that I was sick of more than anything else, it was hours in Messenger and hours on unqualified calls. And this strategy resolves that by not only showing you how to use the sales process to fill up the spots and sell your conversion asset offer, but to also deploy what I'm teaching you in this to automate lead gen within your business organically, to step out of Messenger more and spend more time actually making sales and growing your business and focusing on monetization. So if you want the details on this, if you saw the post yesterday or were interested but didn't get to check it out, or if after hearing me talk about it today, you want to learn more and jump in, or at least hear more about it, comment VIP below, and myself or my team will send you a link to reach out to us to get the details on it, and we can send that over to you. But to wrap things up today here, be aware of what mindset you're operating from. Is it the value mindset of not really caring too much about monetization and neglecting your offer and neglecting the sales process and hoping that someday your time will come? Or is it the mindset of, I need to make a sale, operating out of scarcity, being pushy, being salesy, and repelling people? Completely different approaches, but all stem back to lack of clarity on offer, lack of clarity how to connect that offer through your content itself to get the right people interested in it, and lack of clarity on how to actually monetize those people that are showing interest itself. But I know for a fact, if you can create clarity on the offer, clarity on the launch and the content, and clarity on the sales process behind it, both those mindsets will fade. You'll gain confidence in your business. You'll gain higher self-belief. You will achieve much greater growth, and you'll actually be able to have real momentum to propel your business to the next level. So that's my rant for today, guys. If you got value from this topic, or if this resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And again, if you want to learn more about the VIP workshop that I'm hosting for a small group of people here in the coming weeks, comment VIP below, and myself or my team will get you the details on that ASAP. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you all soon.